Thank you, Praveen Bhai. I would like to welcome the next speaker. With a warm round of applause, kindly welcome Mr. Deepak Shah, Trustee of Sangat Center.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Mr. Mayor, Mr. Nagda, sounds a little weird because we are used to calling him Kanti and not Mr. Nagda. My fellow colleagues, ladies and gentlemen, as you heard from my colleague, Kanti Nagda has been honored with the member of the Order of the British Empire in the New Year Honours List. A remarkable man whom I have known since 1976 when he was organizing various events for the Asians in Harrow. Kanti grew up in Kampala. He was educated in Uganda and in the UK and holds a professional social worker's degree. During his schooling days, he was very active, including playing cricket, was the head boy, and a regular participant in the Gujarati debates. It transpires that Kanti always had the leadership skills and qualities. During his secondary school days, he used to write short stories in Gujarati. You name a Gujarati newspaper or a magazine published from East Africa, and Kanti's stories were in it. He also wrote a novel in Gujarati, which was serialized in a Gujarati weekly, which was published from Nairobi. After finishing studies, Kanti became a teacher at City High School. People from Kampala would know where that is. Kanti is married to Banu, and they have two married sons, Dipan and Rupan, and have 3 grandchildren. In August 1972, the then president of Uganda had a dream. He said to Kanti, Mr. Nagda, you go to Harrow in UK, your people need you. Well, not in quite those words. Thrown out by Idi Amin from Uganda in 1972, with not much in his pocket, Kanti vowed to ease the suffering of his fellow refugees in an alien and unfamiliar land. He was earning his living during the daytime, and then in the evening, Kanti and his friends would help out the needy Asians as there was no established place for guidance. With youth on his side, he immediately started a drop-in center in North Harrow, where elderly Ugandan Asians with nowhere to go could socialize and keep out of cold. In 1973, Anglo-Indian Circle was started by Kanti and some of his friends, mostly from Uganda. I think most of them are here today. This circle later became a registered charity. Anglo-Indian Circle was amongst the first to hold annual Navratri festival celebrations, annual sari contest, and many more. He spent all his spare time working for the few charities, assisting people, and eventually got a job at Harrow Council as a social worker in 1982. Kanti challenged Harrow Council when they were checking the passports of children. When the children wanted to get admissions in the school, the council was checking their passports. The rule of the nation is that if you are under 16, you should be educated free. It does not matter where you come from. For the council to check passports was illegal, and in the end, they backed down. In 1982, the Anglo-Indian Circle charity, through his efforts, has purchased a building for $45,000 in Wilstone, where regular activities for over 100 elderly took place, including a daycare center for the disadvantaged. This charity body was later named Sangat Center. Kanti retired from the council in 1994 to focus on his beloved charity. Sangat soon started specializing in free legal advice on issues of welfare, housing, immigration, race relations, and matrimonial. Sangat was the first ethnic minority organization in Northwest London to get quality mark from the Legal Services Commission. Thank you. Hello? Can you? Thank you. Sangat also has a collection of history of Asians in Harrow going back to 100 years. You can see a synopsis of the history on display next to the bar area. Do have a look at the picture is worth more than 1,000 words. A new larger building was desperately needed, and in 2001-2002, Kanti worked tirelessly to make this come true. The photos of the old and the current Sangat Center building is also on the display. Various dignitaries, VIPs, politicians, councillors, celebrities, including famous musicians, have visited the Sangat Center. Kanti has been involved with many organizations. Whenever we go out for official or social visits, to my amazement, there is always somebody who knows him. Many charities and organizations are in attendance tonight. We will, of course, hear from some of their representatives. In 1982, Kanti was one of the few Asians who got a place in Debrett's Handbook of Distinguished People in British Life and Marquis Who's Who in the World in 1984. Kanti's journey started 47 years ago to help Ugandan refugees. Fleeing from Africa has truly resulted in being recognized by the British government and therefore has been awarded the MBE. We are today, with your support, celebrating this recognition. May I kindly request all of you to please raise your glass to Kanti. To Kanti. Thank you all very much.
Thank you, Deepak Bhai. Thank you.